Okay, so the recent Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour honestly overall was pretty lackluster, especially if you compare it to last year's. But on top of that, what we're mainly here to talk about today is the fact that there was nothing in regards to DLC 14, which honestly is very bad for Xenoverse 2. And that's what we're going to get into in this video right here, talking about why DLC 14 not having any announcements at the Battle Hour is bad for Xenoverse 2, and then overall thoughts and impressions on the Battle Hour as well. Let's get into it. So like I said, there was literally no information in regards to DLC 14 at the Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour, which honestly had me and almost all Xenoverse 2 fans for the most part surprised. Because, I mean, this is the Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour. You would expect it to have news for all Dragon Ball games for the most part, especially if the Dragon Ball game was going to be at this event, which Xenoverse 2 was. Not only that, but it's also been 3 months since DLC 13. Usually it takes about 2 to 3 months to start getting new news and new information on the next upcoming DLC, especially if there is already one announced. Like, it's been a little bit different with past DLCs. Like, there have been times where we've wondered if we're still going to get DLC and we don't really find out until there's an announcement and showcase of a new character in some kind of way or something like that. Usually those are a little bit different, but when we know there's going to be another DLC coming, I don't think it's ever taken longer than 3 months to actually get some information out about said DLC, showcase one character in a V-Jump scan or something along those lines. So this is something that we've really never seen, and it's why, again, a lot of people expected to see something at the Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour for DLC 14. But like I said, we didn't get anything, and honestly, it's really not good for Xenoverse 2 overall. The reason being, like I said, we've already gone 3 months without this DLC and out any announcements for it. So at the very earliest, we probably won't see this DLC till 7 months after DLC 13's actual release. The reason being, guys, is because we always get about 3 months of announcements, sometimes 4 months of announcements when it comes to these DLCs. Like DLC 13, for example. That was a DLC that had 4 Kantan City TVs, which was 4 different months of announcements before the actual DLC came out. So if they do something like they have always done with the DLCs and releasing the news through V-Jump or Kantan City TV, that means we're going to get a news month for March, and that's if news starts coming out in March. March, April, May, all at least going to be news months for this DLC, and we won't see this DLC until the very earliest June of this year. That again is 7 months after DLC 13 released. That is not good for a game that is 5.5 years old. And by the time this DLC releases, it'll be like 3 months away or something like that from being 6 years old. And you're taking this long in between DLCs? That is just not good for the fan base, because not only did I see a lot of people on Twitch during the stream when I was streaming the Battle Hour saying that they're probably going to drop Xenoverse 2 for a while, they're probably going to uninstall it because, you know, there's really not going to be anything new for a while. I saw a lot of that on Twitch. I saw some of it on Twitter, and then I also did see some people, I didn't even make a video about it yet, but I have seen some people in the recent videos talking about how bad the Battle Hour was and why they may drop Xenoverse 2 because of that. So again, it's just not good for a game that's this old, because it will cause people to drop the game if there's really nothing going on. Like, we have gone 3 months without having any information, announcements, or anything like that. And believe it or not, having announcements for DLC and showcasing characters in V-Jumps and Kantan City TV, it makes people still play the game. It keeps them interested in the game till the actual DLC comes out. But again, when you go 3 months with having absolutely nothing, no news at all in regards to the next upcoming DLC, that then in turn makes people want to drop the game. So I'm truly hopeful, man, that we get some kind of news in the next month. Hopefully they have a Kantan City TV and they follow a similar path like they did with DLC 13 Kantan City TVs, which means we would get some kind of information at the beginning of March. If we don't get any Kantan City TV or anything like that, there still is the possibility of V-Jumps at the middle of March. And if we don't have anything there by that time for DLC 14, I will become extremely concerned for Xenoverse 2 at that point, because that will be 4 months without any DLC information. And then at the very earliest, we wouldn't see DLC 14 till July. 8 months after, or yeah, DLC 14 in July. 8 months after DLC 13. Think about that. That definitely would lead to a major decline in the player base for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. So again, man, I wanted to really talk about why I feel it's bad for Xenoverse 2 to not get any DLC information at this month's Battle Hour, not have anything in the V-Jump scans. Literally 3.5 months later, pretty much at this point in time, we still have not gotten any information on this next DLC, which we know is coming, and we know part of the contents of it already as well. Like, we know all the vote stuff is going to be in this DLC, but we still haven't, like, at the very least, they could have revealed the vote results. Like, you know that's going to be a part of this upcoming DLC. We didn't even have to see the goddamn characters with gameplay or anything like that. You could have literally just had the vote results, and that would have made a lot of people happy and kept people content and engaged in Xenoverse 2, because they got some kind of information about the upcoming DLC. They know what to expect within this upcoming DLC, and it just, anytime you get news for a game, it kind of makes you want to play the game. It gets you a little bit excited for the game. It makes you want to play it, which, like I said, keeps people engaged with Xenoverse 2, as opposed to having no news like this. It just makes people want to uninstall. So let me know your thoughts on that. But now talking about the Battle Hour, guys. The Battle Hour overall, we're going to keep it quick on this. It was pretty much the Dragon Ball FighterZ Hour, in my opinion, if we're being honest. Like, there wasn't much about any other Dragon Ball game there. Not even Dragon Ball The Breakers. The new Dragon Ball game for this year got no information at the Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour. Not even an open beta announcement. Like, there was literally nothing in regards to Dragon Ball The Breakers in terms of new stuff. There was nothing for Xenoverse. As far as I know, I don't think Dokkan and Legends really got like major things. I believe they had their quizzes, but I don't think they got like major announcements, because usually if there's major new units or something like that coming to these games, I do see it on Twitter. I didn't see anything in regards to those games on Twitter. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't watch their stages during the Battle Hour, but it didn't seem like people were really excited about anything in regards to those two games. Now, the only thing we really did get, to my knowledge, is information about 21, her release date for Dragon Ball FighterZ, and some gameplay of her at the same time during the tournament that they were holding. So again, it was pretty much a Dragon Ball FighterZ event. It was really the only game to get information, and honestly, the only other thing that I actually enjoyed about it wasn't even a Dragon Ball game during this event, and that was the Dragon Ball Superhero stage. That was by far, in my opinion, the best part of the Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour, because it's really the only thing that I was interested that we got in terms of news or announcements or anything like that. Because like I said, really no other game got anything besides FighterZ. And the only thing that we did get information on besides FighterZ was something that's not even involving a game. Like, this is the Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour, and there was not much game info. It was really just the movie, like I said, when it comes to new information for Dragon Ball related stuff, which, by the way, new movie info stuff was absolutely lit. Seeing Goten and Trunks in their team forms with the promo picture was absolutely fire. It's about time they finally grew up. And then also, man, the confirmation of the release date coming to North America this summer is absolutely lit as well. So again, that was by far my favorite stage of the whole Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour, without a doubt. And truthfully, I just don't understand why they didn't save this for like next month. Why? Like, was it really that big of a deal to get the FighterZ information out with Lab Coat 21? Like, everybody knew Lab Coat 21 was coming. All they really announced was the release date, and then they had the FighterZ tournament. Like, overall, this event was very lackluster. I don't know why they didn't save it for next month. Hopefully by next month they could have had some Breakers information, could have had some Xeno information in there. Like, again, I don't get why they came with this event when there was really only one game to talk about during the whole thing. Like, let's be honest. So overall, man, the Battle Hour was pretty lackluster. Already talked about why DLC 14 not getting any news is actually bad for Xenoverse 2 in the long run. But let me know what you guys think about everything that I mentioned in this video, the stuff that I talked about in this video, all things like that. But as always, man, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, hope you have a good one. Peace, y'all.